History, as taught in school, often focuses on significant events, famous figures, and overarching themes. However, many intriguing details are left out either because they are less well-known or because they don't fit neatly into the standard curriculum. Here are 10 surprising historical facts that you probably didn't learn in school. 1. Cleopatra was not Egyptian. Cleopatra VII, one of the most famous figures in ancient history, was not actually Egyptian by birth. She was of Macedonian Greek descent, a member of the Ptolemaic dynasty that ruled Egypt after the death of Alexander the Great. Despite being born in Alexandria, Cleopatra was more culturally aligned with the Greek world than the Egyptian, although she did embrace Egyptian customs and even spoke the Egyptian language. 2. The shortest war in history. Wars often drag on for years, but the Anglo-Zanzibar War of 1896 lasted only 38 minutes. It began when Sultan Khalid bin Barghash refused to step down as the British demanded. The British bombarded his palace, and within less than an hour, Khalid fled, and the war ended, making it the shortest in recorded history. 3. The first computer programmer was a woman. Long before computers as we know them existed, Ada Lovelace, an English mathematician and writer, is credited with being the first computer programmer. In the 1840s, she worked on Charles Babbage's early mechanical general-purpose computer, the analytical engine. Her notes on the engine include what is recognized as the first algorithm intended to be carried out by a machine. 4. The U.S. once planned to drop bat bombs. During World War II, the United States considered a plan to drop bombs made up of bats carrying tiny incendiary devices over Japan. The idea was that the bats would roost in buildings, and the timed explosives would start widespread fires. The plan, known as Project X-Ray, was tested but ultimately scrapped in favor of the atomic bomb. 5. A pope who tried to resign. In 1294, Pope Celestine V issued a decree allowing popes to resign and then promptly resigned himself after just 5 months in office. His resignation was largely due to his desire to return to a more ascetic, monastic life. Celestine's resignation paved the way for Pope Benedict XVI to step down in 2013, making him one of the few popes in history to voluntarily leave the papacy. 6. The Great Emu War. In 1932, Australia declared war, not on another country, but on emus. The Great Emu War was a culling operation designed to reduce the number of emus that were destroying crops in Western Australia. Despite using military-grade weapons, the emus proved surprisingly resilient, and the operation was deemed a failure. The birds eventually won, leading to further debate on more effective methods of control. 7. The Eiffel Tower's secret apartment. Gustav Eiffel, the engineer behind the Eiffel Tower, built a small, private apartment at the top of the tower. This secret apartment, which is now open to the public, was used by Eiffel to entertain guests and conduct experiments. It's located just above the 3rd level and is furnished in a cozy, 19th century style, offering stunning views of Paris. 8. Napoleon was once attacked by bunnies. Napoleon Bonaparte, one of history's greatest military leaders, was once attacked by a group of rabbits. After a successful hunting trip, Napoleon's men released hundreds of rabbits for another round. However, instead of fleeing, the rabbits charged toward Napoleon and his party. It turned out that the rabbits had been raised domestically and were unafraid of humans, mistaking the hunting party for their handlers with food. 9. The Dancing Plague of 1518. In 1518, the residents of Strasbourg, France, experienced a bizarre and unexplained event known as the Dancing Plague. For about a month, dozens of people danced uncontrollably in the streets, unable to stop. Some danced until they collapsed from exhaustion or even died. The cause of this phenomenon remains a mystery, though theories range from mass hysteria to ergot poisoning, a hallucinogenic mold. 10. The oldest known "your mom" joke. Insults and jokes have been a part of human culture for millennia, and the oldest known example of your mom's joke dates back over 3,500 years to ancient Babylon. Written on a tablet in cuneiform, this early attempt at humor shows that even ancient civilizations appreciated a good, if crude, jest at someone else's expense. These surprising historical facts reveal that history is far more complex and quirky than what we typically learn in school. Each fact serves as a reminder that the past is full of unexpected stories waiting to be discovered.